Body horror is different from other horror. It's not just about being scared. It's about watching the human body slowly change into something disturbing. And these are some of the best body horror movies ever made. 7. Slither. This movie mixes horror with dark comedy, but the body horror is still very effective. It follows a small town where a parasitic organism starts infecting people, causing their bodies to mutate in disturbing ways. It's chaotic, uncomfortable, and definitely not easy to forget. 6. Raw. The story follows a veterinary student who develops a strange craving after a hazing ritual. What makes this film stand out is how slowly the transformation happens. It's not sudden. It builds over time, making it feel more real and more disturbing. At number 5 is Titane. This is one of the most unusual body horror films in recent years. It explores identity, transformation, and the human body in ways that feel very uncomfortable. It's not a typical horror movie, but it definitely leaves an impact. 4. The Substance. This is one of the most talked about modern body horror films. The story focuses on transformation and the desire to become a better version of yourself. But as the changes continue, things start to go very wrong. It's intense, graphic, and hard to look away from. 3. The Thing. This is one of the most iconic horror movies ever made. The film features an alien that can imitate any human perfectly. But when it reveals itself, the transformations are some of the most disturbing ever shown in film. At number 2 is Society. This is one of the most underrated body horror movies. The story starts off normal but slowly builds into something very strange. And by the time you reach the final act, it becomes one of the most disturbing body horror experiences ever. And finally, number 1 is The Fly. This is easily one of the greatest body horror movies ever made. It follows a scientist whose experiment goes wrong, causing him to slowly transform into something inhuman. What makes this film stand out is not just the transformation, but how tragic it feels. You're watching someone lose themselves, piece by piece. These movies show just how disturbing body horror can be, not just because of what you see, but because of what it makes you imagine. Which one do you think is the most disturbing?